Chalk and Talk show. I'm your host Ayushi Anand. And today we will be talking about one of the most important topic and is the forefront of India, that's the education. That's NEP 2020 Pointer 5 that talks about teachers. The NEP 2020 has brought about significant changes and proposed reforms across various aspects of education in India. But one of the most crucial sections of the policy focuses on teachers, the very foundation of our education system. To discuss this in detail, I have two incredibly passionate educators with me, Alpha teacher Lavanya and Alpha teacher Priyanka. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's start. The foundation of NEP 2020 places a strong emphasis on teacher education and development. Lavanya, can you shed some light on the key provisions outlined in the policy?
Yes, Ayushi, talking about the key provisions, I think NEP 2020 is the cornerstone for the education for teachers itself. So I guess the key point should be the better quality for teacher education, picking up the teachers who are eligible for that, and creating a safer environment for the teachers.
Absolutely. I guess we all agree for having the safer and especially inclusive environment for the
Yeah.
teachers itself. Well, Lavanya, the pointer 5.2, the policy pointer 5.2 also talks about the need for more teachers and that too especially in rural regions. So how can we actually attract the best talent in these regions?
Ayushi, to attract the best talents for the teachers, the NEP also gives many funds, like it gives incentive, housing facilities, financial, and so on. The list go on.
I do support the role of rural teachers, and they go above and beyond the resources which are made available to them. So I think we should be equipping them more with all the personal help and all the professional help that we can give them, and so that they can perform even better in their field of education.
Well, Priyanka and Lavanya, the NEP itself talks about a lot of incentives. These are monetary and non-monetary benefits. Scholarships are there, housing facilities are there, and there are specific programs which are there to motivate and work towards the professional development of the teachers. Now, I want both of you to have a look at this clip.
Oh.
इंडिया टीवी की टीम बिहार के सरकारी स्कूलों का हाल जानने के लिए आगे बढ़ती रही और हर बार मास्टर जी के जवाब सुनकर हैरानी भी बढ़ती रही। शिक्षा के लिए मशहूर नालंदा में भी हमारी टीम पहुंची, सरकारी स्कूलों का रुख किया और मास्टर जी का रियलिटी टेस्ट किया। अब देखिए नालंदा के सरकारी टीचरों का डुबा देने वाला ज्ञान।
Well, we saw in the video, and there are a lot of instances where media, the news channels, try to pull down these rural teachers by stating that they don't have proper content knowledge just because they can't teach in English. So, I want your opinion on this, Lavanya.
Like, I have watched this video earlier, Ayushi. My take for this video is that the Indian education don't focuses in monolingual. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not focusing on a teacher who knows English. It's focusing on a teacher who knows content knowledge. And as in this video, we saw that the teacher is not good enough in English, but he and she is having the better content knowledge. Like, as me as a science teacher, if I go to a class, I don't stick towards English, I stick towards Hindi. Like, मैं हिंदी में भी बात करती हूँ. And I guess जो हमारा podcast देख रहे हैं, they will connect with me when I will try to do it in my mother language. So बहुत सारी videos मैंने ऐसे भी देखी हैं where a child from a rural area is expressing the content knowledge of a topic more accurate and like scientific facts proven in his or her own mother language than A++ grade school. So Indian education is not about who knows English better, it's about who knows the content better. And if we talk about like the TAT, which is teaching eligibility test, so it's about how to grasp a teacher who have content knowledge more than, I guess, language. And I also add, like, I'm an alpha teacher in Chatkara University, and we ourselves in Chatkara University celebrates Language Day, Mother Tongue Day. We don't want our students to feel ashamed of their mother language. We want to cherish them. We want to accept them as they are. So yeah, this what I want to say.
Absolutely. Just like you said, मतलब आपने हिंदी में बोलना शुरू किया तो हमारी जितनी भी ऑडियंस है, जितने भी व्यूअर लिसनर्स हैं, वो शायद आपसे ज़्यादा रिलेट कर पाएंगे. और NEP भी सिर्फ मोनोलिंगुअल की, वो तो मल्टीलिंगुअल की भी बारे में बात करती है. और जैसा आपने बोला, तो दिस ब्रिंग्स मी टू माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, टेट, टीचर एलिजिबिलिटी टेस्ट. तो जैसा आपने बोला कि हमें लैंग्वेज नहीं देखनी चाहिए, हमें एक टीचर की कंटेंट नॉलेज देखनी चाहिए. तो टेट इज द एग्जाम, टीचर एलिजिबिलिटी टेस्ट, जो कि कंटेंट नॉलेज देखता है एक टीचर की. तो प्रियंका, व्हाट आर योर व्यूज? क्योंकि NEP बात करता है कि इन टेस्ट को और कैसे हम इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं, टीचर की क्वालिटी कैसे जज कर सकते हैं. तो व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन इट?
I totally agree with you, Ayushi, that the TET exam is the most important and a benchmark for taking out the best of the teachers and to even brushing them even better, because all of their content knowledge is tested over there through various type of test materials, all the pedagogies that they have learned through their courses and all the methodologies of teaching. So I think we should keep on improvising the test even more so that the best of teachers can come up, and the TET scores and the NTA scores can all add up in a various form of assessments, so that we can tell the teachers that at what stage in the teaching how they're performing and where they need to improvise, and the test materials can definitely guide them into all of that. And that would be all that.
Well, Priyanka, you talked about NTA scores. We do come across news, and one of the exam, teacher eligibility test itself, organized by NTA, the question paper of that exam was leaked. When we talk about hiring the qualified teachers, when the exam paper is being leaked, I feel the eligibility of the teacher eligibility test is itself questionable. So, would you like to comment on this?
Exactly, Ayushi, this is a very big loop and a very big ignorance on our part that we missed on to keep a good check in our conducting of the exams, and such a paper leak situation has happened. But this one situation should just push us all into bringing up more stringent rules and more of transparency and fairness in the conducting of exams, which exactly our policies, our education policies, all the monitoring policies talk about and do function that way. We all can function, given all the rules, we can function really well and come up with more of the such accountability, and that would be just fine, and that would really bring our trust and faith back in the system again.
Lavanya, anything that you want to add on to this situation that happened?
Yeah, I just want to add, like, our system should be more transparent, and I think that one incident can't overshadow the whole education system. We have our trust in education system and law. So yeah, I would say, like, we should trust our education system.
Well, it should be more transparent, because we as a future educator might sit or will plan to prepare for such eligibility test as well. That's all for today. Thank you, Lavanya, and thank you, Priyanka, for your insightful perspectives on teacher education and development. We hope the conversation inspires listeners to become advocates for teachers and support initiatives that uplift the profession. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning. This is Lavanya, Priyanka, and Ayushi signing off.
Bye.
Bye.